I'm pleased to say we have been riding a bicycle, but it's a big people bicycle. And we are balanced. We are balanced on the big people bicycle with our own weight and are managing the complexities of Jamaica's budget with its many competing demands, all the while navigating the pressures of politics. February 21, 2025, international credit rating agency Fitch signaled to the entire world its continued positive outlook on Jamaica and affirmed Jamaica's BB- credit rating. Fitch said its positive outlook reflects the fact that Jamaica has stronger governance than the peer median, meaning Jamaica is above its peer group in governance. And me say so, a Fitch International Rating Agency says so. Fitch also highlighted that Jamaica has made significant progress with debt reduction and that Jamaica has a sound fiscal framework and, Madam Speaker, a strong political commitment to deliver large primary surpluses. The rating agency noted that this government has built a record of fiscal prudence that has gained credibility in recent years and may be further strengthened over the next several years, including through the successful implementation of the new Fiscal Commission. The Independent Fiscal Commission, in its first report, has said that Jamaica's fiscal position and policy is sustainable. The legislated debt to GDP target of 60% or less by fiscal year 2027-28 is expected to be met. Debt to GDP has fallen from a high of 135.3% in fiscal year 2012-2013. By the time we close this fiscal year, 2024-25, on March 31, 2025, we will be at 68.7%. Overall, the macroeconomic and fiscal operations are reasonable and achievable. Unemployment is down, employment is up. At the end of October 2024, Statin reported that unemployment stood at its lowest on record, which was 3.5%, with male unemployment at 2.6% and female unemployment at 4.5%. The net international reserves, NIR, is strong at $5.6 billion at December 31, 2024. The main purpose of a country's net international reserves is to act as a financial safety net, providing a cushion against external shocks like currency crises or sudden disruptions in capital inflows, allowing the country to meet its foreign exchange obligations and maintain stability in its domestic currency by intervening in the foreign exchange market if needed. The overall inflation figures remain within the target 4 to 6% range. The commitment of this government is to continue strengthening our multi-layered national natural disaster risk financing and to fill any gaps that we have. Here is what this government has put in place to cushion the budget during disasters and provide for Jamaicans a $130.6 billion national natural disaster risk financing shock absorber. The fiscal balance rule is also a strong guardrail for the financial affairs of this country. It is codified in our laws as a target in fiscal year 2020-2021 and continuing for 4 years. And that is what we have, a fiscal balance surplus of no less than 0.3% of GDP. For the first time in 10 years, based on our fiscal rules, we are allowed to run a deficit equivalent to no more than 0.3% of GDP, and that would still keep us on the path to 60% debt to GDP by fiscal 27-28. There is no greater testimony to the high regards that this government has for the fiscal affairs of this country, and by extension, the people of Jamaica, than for Jamaicans to know that this government has stared a budget deficit in the face that we legitimately could run in an election year and said no thank you. We are safeguarding the hard-won gains of the people of Jamaica so that their children and grandchildren can live a better life in Jamaica.